Let's see if it's still having the problem. Okay, maybe there's no problem of like too long already. Maybe the other chat is too long for the agent to operate. Okay, it do the search, it do the web, it do the scrapping. Okay, it do the listing again on 100. Wow. Sometimes you will see this one is compact conversation. It's because of the it full the context of the agent already, and then it cannot kind of like navigating around on this part. So it's going to compact the conversation in order to make it easier to navigate. And that is something that this agent is going to do. So it was just trying to like figure it out based on the data and context that we already have in here and in the file, and it will try to create the workflow on our behalf. And topic number 1 that is related to Claude Sonnet 4.5. So if you are looking into the news, you will see that people are just talking about that. So Anthropic is introducing Claude 4.5, and it has a very high ranking. So I have a blog post from Anthropic about new Claude 4.5. Let me share that. Sonnet 4.5. Yeah, so this one, share it on YouTube. So what they are announcing is that this is they say this is the best coding model in the world when by the time that they are releasing, and this is actually outperforming the Opus 4.1, which is like a premium model that they have before, and it is a new standard of the software engineering. So it's reaching 77% in the normal, and also can extend to 82% if in the test time scaling. And this is outperforming GPT-5 Codex and Gemini 2.5 Pro quite a lot. And there's other benchmark as well, as you can see in here. So most of the benchmark is outperform related to agentic coding and terminal coding and so on and so on. So this is huge because Sonnet 4 was launching a couple months ago, and actually this is kind of like set a standard, and most of the developer is using that to building the application. And with this one, so we are expecting that every developer is going to move to Sonnet 4.5, and I think we will have the Opus 4.5 in a couple of weeks or so, which is another superior in the performance. So let me come back into this one. So what does that mean? So at the moment, we are already supporting Sonnet 4.5 in Agentic Flow. So you can go into model selector and then just select that into this one. So perhaps that let me share my screen on this part. Let me go into my agent. Let me create a new agent. You just say task Claude Sonnet 4.5. I create my new agent in here. And in here, let me click on this part and let me scroll up to a bit. We will see that here is Sonnet 4.5. And for the temperature, I would suggest that we put like 0.5 and press save. And yeah, just say hi. Yep. So its model is connected. But adding the new model is not something that perhaps that is something fun. So we will do something that more interesting to enhancing the power of Sonnet 4.5. So let me show you what I'm planning to do with this part. So I'm going to share another screen, which is on the my VS Code. So let me stop share screen on YouTube, and let me pick up my screen again. It's going to show in my VS Code flow. Let me add one more screen. Alright, so you should see my VS Code now, which is like a coding application. So you guys is technical, so you should familiar, but for people is not knowing this one, so VS Code is a yeah, I just got a haircut over the weekend. Thank Umbra. Yeah, it's so hot in here. So yeah, let me show you, because I think we have GPT Sonnet 4.5, right? And we need to do something more interesting. So that's why I was putting into Cloud Code. And then what I'm doing is that I asking MCP, which is Agentic Flow MCP. And I'm asking this into use list workflow tool and fetch 10 workflow and save to current folder. And then the agent was saying, hello, I'm going to using Agentic Flow tool to list 10 workflow, blah, blah, and blah, blah. So it's saved in here, and it retrieve 10 workflow, and it actually saved into this file. So it's a very long JSON file. So I asked it to save here so that it can referring to later. And next one I'm asking it to do is that read Agentic Flow copilot.md. So this file is actually the system prompt. Previously, I was sharing with you guys. It was saying, let me go big a bit. Yeah, let me, yes. Okay. So basically what is there is that, I'm asking the agent that, hey, you are an expert in Agentic Flow. You need to build a workflow for me. Here's the process, blah, 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 and blah, blah. But last week, when we are testing with ChatGPT, it just fell miserably. We don't know why. But this time I'm doing different. I'm asking Claude to do this one. So I'm asking, this to read, and it was saying, hey, this is the extensive, Agentic Flow expert system prompt and documentation that outline how to design, build, and validate, blah. It learned the core process of 7-phase design. What is the MCP integration, the hybrid pattern, the node type, best practice. And then what I'm asking you to do is, now, based on this system prompt and the sample prompt in this JSON, so the one that I asked it to go into my workspace and fetch the example, and then, and help me to build this requirement. So this requirement, I just saying, create a competitor analysis workflow that take company name and operation contents and produce a category, market, band. So basically doing the market research. And what is that? It will start to, I will create a comprehensive competitor workflow, and it's asking to do different things. And it will actually creating this one. It will analyzing my workflow architecture, input, process, and output. It will analyzing the logic. What is the input should look like? And it will actually trigger some of the function calling. Actually, it search for some node type. First one, it was searching for search, and the server of Agentic Flow say false. There's nothing that's saying search, right? And it's trying to the other one, which is the web. And in here, normally ChatGPT will fail here. Remember last week, right? ChatGPT will just hang. It does not do anything. But Sonnet 4.5 is smarter. So it does this thing that after 2 search, it doesn't go in anywhere. So it changing into list. So it's asking, give me 50 note. So it's smarter, right? So it's actually navigating, and it is actually using the other one. And in here, you see success is true. And it say, perfect. I found excellent node type for our workflow based on the available node following. I'm going to using either OpenAI search or Perplexity search. We will use graph scrapping to extract customer info, LLM, OpenAI, blah, blah. And then it will start to thinking about the workflow architecture, like the input and so on. And finally, it trigger the Agentic Flow create workflow with the JSON that is already created. And voila, it gave me, okay, it create workflow. The server saying fail because some invalid input. And this is where it's interesting. So Sonnet 4.5, knowing that, okay, I need to fix this node structure, let me correct the null value of the output mapping and correction field. So it's actually reacting into this response from Agentic Flow platform, and it will navigating and change. And it will reattempting to do the Agentic Flow create workflow one more time. And let me see. So right now, workflow is true. So normally, right, last time we try and we go in here, it's okay. But right now, it is doing something more interesting. So it is calling one tool that say validate workflow. So this one, I'm not even mentioned about this workflow or tool, but actually it does that, and it's calling this one, and it check with our server whether this workflow is validate or not. And then it is also true. So it's perfect. I create a workflow, and here's the workflow that it's creating for me. And it's going to be having input, output, the node flow, and blah, blah. And let me copy this workflow, and I'm going to show you what does it look like in real life. Okay, let me go back into my, okay, let's go into agent, no, to workflow, and go into this workflow. Yeah, so you click here, you see that these are the workflow that say unknown, and this was creating just a few minutes ago, and you click here, and this is throwing all of the workflow that you currently have, from user input with company name, description, and even title, and even slug in here. And what you only need to do is just add in the perplexity connection. It even like give you the prompt with the slotting input, and it's choosing the Solar Pro models, and it even generating a structured template using the GPT-4o in here. So basically, what what this model is able to do is quite fascinating, where it is able to creating a comprehensive workflow on our behalf in just one shot. And the more powerful thing about this one is that when we are working with this agent in our VS Code, so it's actually we are working on the file system, okay, so on my own computer. So there's one thing that's very interesting about this one is that when I asking it, so this is giving me this one, but as you can see, actually it gives me the workflow ID, which is I don't like because I cannot click on this one to go into my workflow. So actually I'm asking that you should give me a direct link like this. When finished, also based on the learning that you can you update the system prompt again so that later we will be better at this one. And later, and it's going to actually doing that. It read the system prompt, it update the system prompt, and it was saying workflow creation details. And actually it's going to do this one. And it's asking this one, okay, workflow URL generation, only provide direct workflow link after creation, like this. So the agent actually have the ability to update its own system prompt, which is the file that we have on our computer like this one. With Agentic Flow agent, we are able to create workflow. How about create multi-agent? Hey Anton, so at the moment, we are not able to create multi-agent yet. But we are going to have the ability to import and export multi-agent as well. So when we have that, then it would be similar, where you can also asking the Copilot in order to creating the MAS as well. But the multi-agent is a bit more complicated. The reason is that the multi-agent is going to consist of other agent as well and also other workflow. So it's like a nested behavior, and it will referencing the ID between this to this multi-agent, and maybe this agent will have some workflow inside it. Then all of these one need to be connected together. So the complexity is quite high. So in order to make the Copilot is doing that, we need to have a Copilot having a very good system prompt, and perhaps that we need to using very strong model, just what Sonnet is doing right now. And I'm thinking like, let's try another prompt. Okay, let's try this one. Let's have another prompt to see if it can work on this part. I think we still need to do some optimization. The problem why it is failed is because the list of the workflow that we return to is 132,000 token, which is quite bad because some of the model is actually having only 128,000 token. And what we are responding is too much for them. So I think what we can do is we can trim the information. So we reduce something that unnecessary so that the MCP response will be easier to consume by Cloud Code and so on. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think because of the session is too long already, let me just cancel this one. Okay, let me show you how I do it again. Okay, I will type Claude. Okay, please read. First one, let it read on this one. Yeah, maybe because of the session is too long. So, okay, this is the prompt. I would say you can refer to the sample workflow in here. Let's see if it's still having the problem. Okay, maybe there's no problem of like too long already. Maybe the other chat is too long for the agent to operate. Okay, it do the search, it do the web, it do the scrapping. Okay, it do the listing again on 100. Wow. Sometimes you will see this one is compact conversation. It's because of the it full the context of the agent already, and then it cannot kind of like navigating around on this part. So it's going to compact the conversation in order to make it easier to navigate. And that is something that this agent is going to do. So it was just trying to like figure it out based on the data and context that we already have in here and in the file, and it will try to create the workflow on our behalf. And because of in the workflow, if you click on, let me say on MCP. Okay. Yeah, so actually it is in compacting, so it will not show it here. But actually we can open a new chat. And while we are waiting for the agent working on the left, actually you need a new section on the right hand side here. And then we was typing MCP, start MCP. Okay, and it was saying that, okay, we have Agentic Flow MCP server. The status is connected. And here is the URL, and it's connected already. And in here we can like re-authenticate or reconnect. So you can click on View Tool. So you can see that all of 18 tools that we are already listed. So it is similar like the one that we show you on the ChatGPT before. But I believe that with Claude Sonnet 4.5, it is starting to using this tool much better. And you can see in here on the right hand side, while we are talking, it's still trying to figure it out. So on the right hand side, you will see that the Agentic Flow is allow the agent to list node, search node, list external MCP app, search app, general and health check, create workflow, get workflow detail, update, list, validate, and so on and so on. So, and even it can do the list agent, get agent detail, and create agent as well. So basically, it can create workflow for you. It can create agent for you, and furthermore, later it can also create multi-agent for you. So eventually, this is going to be the mainstream way of like how we are building the system of other agent. And I have a experience that when I switch into using a local file system like this, it is very easy for me to organize. So I can just create a folder. I say agents, and I can create another say a folder that say workflow, and I create another let's say maybe multi-agent. And after this agent, okay, so this agent is creating already. I will ask this, can you save the JSON of this agent into this folder so that we can reuse this later? I just dragging this one into here. Oh, this is a workflow, not a mention. Yeah. So I'm going to ask this, so I'm going to save the workflow that we just create into a local file system, so that maybe tomorrow I would like to do something again. Okay. It's going to ask me the permission. Is it yes or yes and don't ask again, or no? I would just say yes and don't ask again. Yeah. So, good question, Anton. So Anton were asking like, should we add the MCP on each device or it's synchronized in Claude? So the one that I'm doing here, is Cloud Code. So it is on your local device. So it means you can, you have to install it again, on this one. So let me show you how can you install one. Okay. So take a look on the right hand side. So the agent is still doing. Okay. Let me open this one. You can see, so the agent is actually saving the config of the workflow that we just did in here, so that later we can just maintaining our own of the config of the JSON without having like messing around. Okay, so let me show you how can you install this one. Okay, escape. Let me Control C, so it go back into here. So you will need to type a command like this. npm install -g and anthropic AI / cloud code. Just enter this one. If your computer doesn't have it, it will install. Because I already have it, so it's just updating something. Okay, and what you just need to do is you just need to say Claude, and it will init a section of Claude in your computer. So because this one, if you / MCP, then it's showing that the Agentic Flow MCP is already connected. But maybe right now, let me delete this connection. Let me copy this URL first, and I'm going to do re-authentication. Okay. So it's going to open a browser in Agentic Flow, and it will asking me to re-authenticate that. And let me switch to this screen so that you can also see. So it will open this one, and you're able to choose your workspace and enter your API key. And in this auto API key, I think last time we already show you how you can create that. So you just go into this one, go into this top right hand side, you go into your key, and then you just create a new key. You say Cloud Code MCP for Agentic Flow. Just create this one, copy, go back into this flow, and paste, and then click connect. Okay, and it was saying that authentication is successful in here. And what you can do is that you can go back into your Cloud Code, and you can see in here, so the authentication is successful and it's reconnect to Agentic Flow. So this is very simple, that you just need to type in 2 commands. Then it's going to be successfully connected. And I'm going to show you how these 2 commands look like. So the first command is this command, npm install Cloud Code. Okay, I just copy this one into this code. And second one is you just typing this URL, Cloud MCP add transport and our MCP server. I just copy here. Oh, yeah, I need to zoom out a bit. Yeah, this one. Okay, I just paste in here in Discord, and also I'm going to paste that in YouTube as well. Yeah, so just typing these 2 lines and you are good to go. And the reason why is this is powerful is Cloud Code is very helpful for me in developing, but right now it can help me to build workflow, build agent, build multi-agent as well. So eventually, Cloud Code will help me to do my work, and I can spend time for other important things. Yeah, Anton, you use, I also started using Cloud Code a lot the last few months, and with few MCP, but I think this is the first time that we can, as a platform, we can acting as a MCP server provider, and I'm going to make the Agentic Flow MCP to be more useful, like returning more token, so that Cloud Code can navigate easily and cost less, and also to be more helpful. And I believe that this is the future. This should be the way that we are building things. And I'm glad that we are here on this part. Okay. So next thing I'm going to share about is apart from Sonnet 4.5, we are having DeepSeek 3.2. So it's also released today. So people is just loving them, drop everything in one day, right? So DeepSeek 3.2 is actually a superior, to model. So I would say it's good, it's fast, and it's cheap all the same time. So you can see the output token is only 0.42. So this is super lower. And the reason why that they can achieve this level of cost is that the DeepSeek version 3.2 actually having a very this yellow line. So pay attention to this yellow line. So if you're having a lot of longer context, instead of the original model, it's going to linear and very high to $0.7 per million token. But in here, it's just linear into 2.2. So it's kind of 70% cost reduction in the cost. So that's why they can provide us in very cheap model. And in here in Agentic Flow, you can just choosing the model called DeepSeek Chat. Actually, this one is already routed to DeepSeek 3.2. I believe that this is also very useful. So you should pay and to give it a try. Okay. I haven't tested this one yet because I was so excited about Sonnet 4.5, but I think this one is very good. You should pay attention to that. Okay. The third model that I'm bringing you today is GLM 4.5 and GLM 4.5 Air. So the reason why I'm bringing this one is that this is also a very superior model. If you look into here, the GLM 4.5 is actually better than Opus 4 from Anthropic, and it even reaching to the level of Grok or even O3. And for the agentic behavior, it's also passing Grok 4 and passing higher. we also having the GLM 4.5 and GLM 4.5 AR in here. So if you would like to try, you can have a look. So I bring you actually 3 models today. Okay. So I think it is good to have everyone as a like holistic view of where are we. So DeepSeek is actually ranking number 6 in the intelligence benchmark. So this is very cheap, very fast, and also very intelligent. Sonnet 4.5 is ranking number 8 with 63, just slightly behind DeepSeek. And GLM 4.5 is here. This is out of like top 10, but it's also very good to try as well. Personally, I think this model is significantly better in price performance. So the reason why I'm saying that is because Sonnet is super expensive. Okay, let me go into the artificial intelligence analysis. Let me share in this tab. We should showing where is the price performance leaderboard. Let's do the model. Okay. Anyway, so Sonnet is kind of like $6 per million token, which is blended. But for the GLM, they are just 0.97. So it's like 6 times or 10 times cheaper comparing to Sonnet. And for the performance, when I'm using Cloud Code, I'm using GLM, and I don't see significant change in terms of like normal coding between Sonnet and also GLM. So I can using Sonnet for some hard case, but for my daily driver, actually I'm preferring to using GLM for much better price performance. Kimi and GLM is from China, but they are making it very efficient. So GLM is from a company named Z.AI. They are backed by Tsinghua University of China, and it's also a very good model and very efficient. So you should give it a try. Okay. Let me go back to this one. All right. Yeah. So that is the what I update in the first part of today, which is related to Sonnet 4.5, how it's using between Cloud Code, Sonnet 4.5, and Agentic Flow MCP, DeepSeek 3.2, GLM 4.5. So we are introducing you a lot. And next one I would like to update to you is on MCP update. PyTree actually, unfortunately, they have some change in their endpoint. So it's currently under maintenance. So their original endpoint is actually broken now, and it doesn't work with us anymore. We are working hard to upgrade our solution in our client side in order to matching with their server side. So it will take a week or two. So the original connection that you already connect still working. But right now, if you go into PyTree and you connect, they will not give you a URL that you can use anymore. So that's why we are adding a new tab. We call it Composio. So Composio is basically a new provider that can be reused in replacement for PyTree. So let me show you how you can access to this one. Okay. Let me search in this tab instead. I'm going to my agent, and I'm going to do like test Composio connection. I'm going to create an agent in here. I'm going to my MCP. I click on this add, and I will search for example, like Gmail. Okay. And in here in Gmail, I click add. And in this Composio, it will show you that on the left-hand side is a form for you to choose the transport type, the name, and the URL. And you can click on this URL, the portal. If you click on this one, it will lead you to the Composio dashboard. And for example, you can create a Gmail account connected, and you can view the server that you already have. I already create one. It's very easy. You just click a button, and you just need to click copy, and you choose HTTP streamable. Okay, because the SSE they are going to deprecate soon. So I suggest that you copy the streamable, and you go back into Agentic Flow, and then you are choosing in here, say streamable HTTP. You say Composio Gmail Sean, and then just paste here and add MCP server. Okay, and the model is to be added already, and it's showing here, and you just click add, and the model is up in here, and just add and save. Should be okay. Let me also try GLM in here. Okay. Hey, can you drop an email? Say hello world. Okay, it's going to call this one. Okay, it has been sent, and the message ID in here. So this one is successful, and Composio is somewhat really reliable on all of the MCP server that they are provide. So I would strongly suggest that if you are stuck with this one on PyTrim, give it Composio a try, and yeah, and let me know how it's going. Okay. Yeah, and in the meantime, we will try to fix PyTrim as soon as possible, and we also supporting other MCP server and endpoint as well, so you can just use it. Okay. Next one is on the MAS, so multi-agent system. So we are adding a new node. We call it loop. So basically, this loop node is going to have two parts: the loop and loop body. So the loop body is actually a subgraph of the multi-agent system where you can dragging different agent in. So it's going to like looping this one into a condition like you can loop how many or through an array. So this one is useful in case that you would like to polling some certain process of like multi-agent collaboration until it's complete. So this one is available in MAS, and right now you can give it a try. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think I take quite a lot of time. The last 12 minutes is more for Q&A. I'm still having a bit of updating on way of work, October roadmap, and November roadmap as well. But I will just stop by on Discord to see if any question. Hey, Eric. Oh, the audio is gone? Let me... Is the audio back or not? Sorry. I think I was too far away from the microphone. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, Fossil. Hey, I like this one. I like this quote. Okay. So let me read the question from Anton. Okay. Currently, I use instruction to prepare content for website using Perplexity and save instruction in MD5. Cloud Code agent hallucinate after a while, but now I can easily create workflow using separate SMB. Yeah, correct. I think right now, the context of the agent is very important. So the reason that we can arranging our system prompt into a file and into a folder, like work in offline, is something that's really powerful. We hope that we can bring this behavior into to Agentic Flow, where you can have a kind of like a file system for your agent to access to that file. So right now we are designing the architecture around that. But I think somewhere in October, we can introducing this one. Okay. Anton, Gemini 2.5 Plus also pretty the same price as bigger context window. Yeah, the 2.5 Plus is also one of my favorite model on this part. But I'm not using it for coding yet. Actually, I tried Gemini 2.5 Pro before, but I don't have a good impression with that. It's just not same the feeling like Sonnet does to me at that point. But maybe it's having a while since July, so I didn't test it. Sorry. Okay. Next question. Please remove all unused model from the list. Answer request that you add a new inexpensive model to Agentic Flow. Can you help me to drop me a link on which model that you would like to have in Agentic Flow? If it's like economically possible, I will add it. And I think we can introducing a setting where you can like hiding some model that or maybe enable the model that you want instead of like showing everything. So I think right now the model list is growing quite a lot comparing to our original plan. So right now this is a bit like a very long strolling, right? Kind of this one. So this is starting to very hard to manage. So I'm thinking like I will introducing a new model tabs where you can switch on the model that you want. So it will show here instead of like you strolling and fighting all of these one together. Okay. Okay. Add the part MCP server because free server usually fragile and be mod and delete anytime, not something for businesses. Yeah. So PyTree and Composer right now they having very generous free tier. On this one, I don't think that they are charging yet, but they are legit business. So they are big business and they are very quite stable, I would say. So you should leverage on them. I think for the other provider, like the one that we not introduced to you, it may be having this problem. But for this PyTree and Composer, I'm thinking their reliability is one of the top. For now, no. Future, I don't know, to be honest. But at that point, we can doing another one. Oh, they have the pricing plan already. Oh, $29 is for 20K a month. This is quite a lot already. Unless that we're doing like scrapping for millions of things on Google Drive or something. But anyway, because they are like it's just a marketplace of provider, right? So we can just find the one that working the best for us. All right. So keep dropping question. Okay. I'm going to go back. So let me come back into my agenda for today. I'm running out of time. So we are having the discussion in our team, and in the last few months, we do every week, and we are trying to give you the feature every week. But the team is a bit burnout because sometimes that we are working in the development, and on the office hour day, the feature is not there yet, and my team have to wait until very late night. So right now it's like midnight my time at the moment in my team, and they have to stay up very late, and this is not healthy for the team in the long run. So I was proposing to the team that we need to be more stable, and we need to take more time to test the feature and to verify the feature rather than just pushing for the speed, and the quality is degrade, and platform the stability is our priority as well. So this is how we are going to work in the future. So today is this one, which is 30 of September. So this blue block is the office hour. So we will demo new feature in here. So we call it the start of the iteration. So this demo day is going to demo for the result of the previous iteration. So just for example, like I'm giving you the example of the iteration number 2 in here. So on the 14th of October, we will demo the new feature that we developed in the iteration 1. So that will give us some time that we can do planning, we can R&D, we can Q&A that to make it more stable and useful. And then we can demo internally and give it some feedback before we give it to you. And this one is going to be more stable, and it will introducing that what are we going to do in the office hour that in the middle of the iteration. Because definitely in 21 of October, we don't have any new feature, right? It will be in here. And because the feature is still in depth, in backend and QA in here. So in here, what we are going to do is we will focus on demo use cases. So instead of like demo new feature, we will utilizing the platform that we already have, which is super powerful, but we will tailoring into the use case that you can just copy and paste. And because we have a lot of things to do, and I have my GTM team that building this one, and they will introducing to me like 5 or 6 workflow or agent or multi-agent template that you can just clone. I think that's going to be very useful for you. And each of these one can be some material for new people to learning as well. So this is going to be the way of work moving forward for our team. So I hope that we can set the right expectation here, and just don't ask me why there's no feature in the middle of iteration. Okay, yeah. So that is what I would like to share, very transparent to everyone. All right, 4 more minutes. Sorry. Okay, I need to run. October. What we are introducing October. So what you can expect? We are going to revamping our template. We are introducing marketplace. That's going to be featured workflow, agent, and multi-agent system. So all this one is going to be more structured, where you can having the category, you can have the featured agent and workflow, you can browsing them with filter and also sorting them, and you can also click into the details to view their details as well. And most importantly, we will allow you to prepare for November, which is we are going to give you a portfolio page. So it means Anton, Mr. BC Man, Eric, everyone, you will have your own page where you can publishing templates and kind of like building your own AI portfolio, so that in case that anyone else that they would like to know what you are doing, instead of like copy a JSON and send them, you can send them your profile. And it will kind of like preparing for the upcoming period where we can have the certified AI professional, where you can have a badge like professional level, expert level. We can give you some of this certification when you finishing the course, or you can reaching the certain of the threshold, like your agent that building and how many people that have been running that. And then this can be linked to your LinkedIn profile, so that it will give you some kinds of like certified for the work that you already spent on the platform. And more importantly, when you are building your profile, so perhaps that in future we can open up like a membership or kinds of like fee for people that would like to clone your workflow, or kinds of like understand your workflow, or maybe even buy your workflow or agent or multi-agent system. So this is something that we are cooking. We have some design ready. We're not yet reaching there yet, but this is my October and November roadmap that I would like to share with everyone. So we will start working with the marketplace revamp first, and in November we will working on the AI portfolio, the certified AI professional, and some membership feature. Okay. And yeah, any other question? Yeah, just feel free to chip in. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'm glad that this is something that we have been prioritized for this for a while already. But it takes a lot of effort in order to building the entire new page and the system. But I believe that. Oh yes, school community is also one of the thing that I'm also thinking, because this one is kind of like on platform side, it will take us some time to build. But we can also building a school community where we can upload some learning material in a more structured way, and we can learning together. But on the batch and so on, we can also put it on our platform as well, so that it can be linked in school community in here. Do you think school community is going to be helpful more than Discord? Yeah, thanks for seeing. Yeah, that is. I'm glad on that. Okay. Makes sense. What I like about school is that it can organizing the courses and everything in a well organized space, and perhaps that it's going to be more structured where people can post the question. Discord is kind of like, yeah. The official Agentic Flow course is something that we're working on. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. So it can be. Agentic Flow course is something that I already starting to build up already. So let me go into docs.agenticflow.ai. So we are having the navigation on the curriculum for the Agentic Flow 101 course with 4 weeks of the agenda. So I hope that I can find some time in October to recording the material. So I'm still looking for where to post the content. So initially I was thinking that just posting on YouTube and link that into the documentation page, but maybe I can consider on the school community as well. Yeah. So right now it's still like under the discussion internally. Yeah, true. I think Discord is great for like casual chat and also like updating or quick question. But school is more traditional, like LMS system, and we can post question, people read material. But school is like charging me $100 per month. But I think I will evaluate what is the best approach. But Agentic Flow course is absolutely something that I was looking for, because if you would like to get this certificate, you need to pass the course. Okay, so that is the true meaning of this certified AI professional. So we will design in a way that different level and for beginner or professional or expert, and then you can have in some learning path that even like some of your team member can leverage, because I think most of the people that in this call is very professional enough to figure it out yourself, but maybe your team member is not that, so they need something structured. And I would like to develop it in a way that you can just send your team into a community so that they can follow the learning path, and then they can be more productive, and they can start to build workflow agent and multi-agent without having you to explain to them. And I think that is something that we can do. Yeah. I think on YouTube we are also having a good growth in the last couple of months, thanks to the frequently office hour, and I have Suran and other team members starting to build. So this is very good. Yeah. Course building is seriously if I thinking about value proposition. Yeah, true. It's not easy to build a course. I'm not a teacher. I have to learning from ground up, but it is forcing me to positioning the platform. And yeah, I took your advice. We will take school seriously. Swan in here, we can have a discussion offline after this one. Yeah, and yeah, I think that's it on this. There's one thing that I would like to ask everyone, because this was discussed by Conrad in the group. It is related to the project isolation and stuff like that. That is like meaning for reselling. So I understand that you would like to kind of like split into workspace into project, and then invite different people into project so that they can sharing the workspace and so on. So like what I explaining here is not a straightforward, because we have a very big piece of roadmap. If we would like to put that in, it will delay some other priority. For example, like the marketplace or the courses or the portfolio page or even the certified program. So I'm thinking like I want to justify the true need of this one. So I'm thinking that maybe I will put as a kind of like an agency add-on pack with some of these features. For example, like the project level isolation, where you can invite guests and own your projects, share the same workspace credit pool. You can have some audit log export so that you can full control of who is who. You can have a certified agency badge on marketplace, and you can publish workflow on the agent to marketplace to sell, for example. So if we are having these four and we put that as an AI agency pack, that's going to maybe benefit for someone that would like to become kind of like agency with many clients. Do you think this is make sense or not make sense? Because actually I don't want to build something that not many people need. And how to validate that is just put a price tag to that. And if someone buy, then perhaps that this is a strong need. But if no one buy, then we just follow the priorities. What do you think? Yeah, I'm open for the community on this one. Is it something that makes sense to do? You need that? or is it something that perhaps that not needed to pay as an add-on? The cost will attach to this one. Yeah, hey, makes sense. Yeah, because yeah, true. If that is the case, then yeah, because agency normally we have some member right in the team, and developing the structured cost with high quality take time and effort. I need to squeeze out my time and also my team time to record a video. You will see me like teaching. Yeah, makes sense. So it can be kind of like a certified. Let's what do you mean? On the certification part, on gating, or the cost attaching to the pack add-on? Oh, what if we can turn it into kind of like a school membership benefit? Turn it into kind of like. Kind of like it's going to be a more smaller community where it's going to be having some content that more tailored to the group, and kind of like investment. So majority of the content is going to be shared in the YouTube channel, but for example like the workflow that attached to it are going to be shared in the school membership. I don't know. Is it a good idea or not? Is it a bad idea? Yeah, understand. So except for the exclusive video and also maybe the workflow agent and exclusive MAS template, that is something that perhaps that. So I mean the video you can watch it on YouTube, but if you would like to quickly just download and upload and do, and maybe you can join in the membership. And when you are as a membership, you will have gain the exclusive some of the like perk feature, like project and so on. So yeah, maybe that is something that they can do. Yeah. I think for the certification, I need to think more further. For them now, the purpose is to having the training material so that everyone can access, and we are open for a suggestion from everyone, because certification need to be something that certified, right? It should be something meaningful. It's not just something that you pay and you get. It should be something that you pass in the bar of the standard. Yeah. I think thanks a lot for seeing. I saw you have a very good suggestion. I'm glad that to have you and everyone. And thanks Anton. Thanks Lester a lot as well. Yes. Okay, this is a good idea. So we can have a double school community for the cost, and maybe some exclusive with the workflow, some pro community with subscription. Yeah, I will have a thinking about that. We are entering October. I think I learned a lot today. I'm glad that I'm very transparent and open with everyone on my roadmap. And thanks for the feedback as well. And I hope that we'll continue to develop a new feature, bring you the best model and best material and the best value. And looking forward for Q4. And let's bring it together. So thanks everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.